Hello everyone, it's always exciting to be here on Fridays bringing you another tutorial with my Once palette. Gosh, this one I'm so excited about. It's a look I really wanted to play with. I know I do want to do some palette bingos and some different fun ideas that I've got for these Friday videos, but just humor me today, will you? Because I really wanted to try taking a little bit of that Grateful shade, the light shimmery pistachio green, and popping it on with a pink eye look. I've never used this particular color combination before, and I'm really pleased with how it worked out, especially paired with this lip. I'm loving it. So keep on watching, friends. Here's how to get the look. So I have already primed my lids. I used my Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion, got that all over. And now I'm going to prep the crease with a little bit of Prayer. And this is a great starting point for a lot of looks. It's a nice kind of medium depth here. As you can see, it really builds up quickly. Just a little bit rosy. So I think whenever I'm feeling like going in the direction of maybe a pinky look, maybe something a little mauvey or whatever, it can be a nice way to kick things off. And I know I'm going to be going into the crease in a minute with a more intense shade, but I've always been the type who likes to just work my way up slowly. So to me, it feels more approachable to go in with the softer color first, and then I won't maybe feel like I have to use as much of the really bold shade, you know? Prayer is just beautiful. I think you could do a great, really soft, everyday look, just putting Prayer in the crease, and then maybe like Oh Heavens or the Cream on your lid, and maybe use one of those shades as your highlight as well, and then call it a day. Like, it could be an easy look that way. But guys, I am so thankful for your amazing feedback on these Friday looks. I mean, it's been quite a bit of work to pop in an extra video every week, but I love doing it. And I just love to think that there's sort of this guide that's week by week building up, you know, online for these palettes. So people who get them, maybe people buy them, don't know who I am, see the little YouTube channel on the back of the box and think, I want to see if there's any more details on this, and then they find it and it's good, you know. I love that. Okay, so we're getting that really nicely buffed out there with the Sigma E25, and then I'm just using my E40. These are my nice little partners in crime for a buffed out crease here. I use the E40 Bare a lot just to get the edges. I feel like I'm talking funny because I bit the side of my tongue the other day. I feel so ridiculous. I was chewing gum. It's not like it's that hard, but I wasn't even thinking, and I'm like, ow, I chomped down on it. Now it's probably a little bit swollen and in my way, so that's great. I'm gonna use the cream just lightly. You can see the amount of product I'm using is so small, but yet I still get an effect. I'm dabbing in once and tapping off excess, so just a light little bit of highlight there, kind of smooths everything out. Now we're gonna get a little bit bolder in the crease. I'm gonna go to Love Tons. And this is our nice, like, kind of rich berry. And I'm going to use that right in, I've called this before the crease of my crease, but you know, the ultimate, like, where the crease is. And I'm going to get that working up some intensity here. A little of this shade, I think you'll find, will go a long way. And there's nothing wrong with working up slowly. Give yourself the control. Other side. Oh, isn't this a beautiful shade? I mean, it's color, but yet somehow that feels so wearable to me. Love it. I love that this is a palette with color variety because I'm not always one who likes to switch up necessarily the full-on technique of my eye look every time. You know, I have certain ways that I think my eyes look best, or just certain ways that I'm really comfortable applying the shadow. And when you do have different colors to work with, you can sometimes just maintain your same technique but develop a different look just because you've used different colors, and it makes you feel like you're doing something a little differently. I'm sure I'm not alone in having my certain ways, you know, that I like to apply shadow. We all probably have that, those different comfort zones, but yet when you choose just a couple different shades for your look every day, you can feel like, yeah, I am switching it up quite a bit. I'm going to continue on with Love Tons, and I'm going to use my flat brush, my E60, and just pick some of that up. And I'm going to start on the outside, but ultimately this shade is going to cover the entire lid space. So it's going to look real pinky, and then I'm going to try a little risk that I haven't done. I'm going to be proposing a little color combo that I haven't used before, but that's the fun of this palette for everyone. And just a little tease, I was inspired by the color combos on my shirt, or this little cover-up cardigan thing that I'm wearing. Definitely inspired by the floral vibes happening here. So I didn't really say much about what I was doing here, but I'm just using a little patting motion. This is a fully matte eyeshadow, and I mean, I'm not giving it any kind of special treatment than I would any other eyeshadow. Just patting it right in there. The only area that is always a little tricky for me is that inner part of the crease and making sure that that gets as blended as I want it. So maybe before all is said and done, I may go over that area just a bit more, AKA right now. I'm gonna take a little bit of the cream right here on my E40 brush and just use that to soften up the look of everything on that inner part of my crease. It's like I want the color there, but I don't want any kind of jump off, you know? Now what I'm gonna do with this look is give a little pop of green right there. I wanna use Grateful in with these shades right on the center of the lid. And I think I'm just gonna do it very simply. I'm gonna take my finger in there with that beautiful pistachio green, and I'm just gonna dab it right on the center of my lid. That's fun. I can get into that. I'm gonna continue on with a little blending once I get this side done. I'm just kind of swiping it on. I'm literally like painting with my fingers here. The only reason why I'm using my finger right now is because I just used my flat brush to apply all that pink. And so I know it's got pink on it right now. My finger was what I had that was clean at the moment. Just dab it right on. Build it up to make it as green as you want. It's kind of a goldeny looking green as it overlaps this pink. Very soft. Now with no additional product on the brush, I'm just kind of patting over the outsides just to make sure every part of that green got sort of meshed in with the look, you know what I'm saying? Just a little pop right in the center. But do you see what I mean with this being floral inspired? We've got the pinky tone and then the little pop of green, and then I'm gonna take a little Oh Heavens and just pop that right here around the innermost corner. If you want to keep this really looking like a pop in the center of your lid, make sure you don't bring Oh Heavens in too far because you still want to see pink on the inner part. So that's why I love brushes like this E47, because it's very small and it puts the product exactly where I want it to stay. Now gang, what are we going to do about that lower lash line? I think I'm going to use some Ultimate Brow Highlight for a light lower inner rim today. And then I think I'll do a soft smudge of a couple of different greens on the lower lash line. I'm going to use some Side Hustle, which is kind of my deep olive with a little shimmer. And I think I'll work that in mostly here on the outside. And then I'll take a little bit of Grateful and let that overlap. And I think whenever you overlap Grateful with Side Hustle or Corduroy, that's when this pretty boldness of green is kind of spotlighted. So you can go from murky olive or rich forest green instantly into something that makes a bit more of a greenish statement. I really like the kind of delicate nature of this look, so I'm not looking to go real loud here. But I'm really impressed with how Grateful is strong enough to stand out on top of Love Tons with that kind of intensity, although Love Tons underneath brings out a little bit more of a golden thing in that color. Now I've got this Kat Von D tattoo liner on hand, and I had gotten that when I was doing my Allure Reader's Choice testing those products video. I picked up one of these, and so I figure I should probably use it because it is a great eyeliner. It's a brush tip, which works really, really well. And I'm just gonna take this across my upper lash line, guys. And I do kind of feel like giving myself a little wing. And then why not take a little bit of Corduroy now, right up in this zone, just under our wing for a little added depth there. I'm just using my smudge brush here, and I'm not taking this in very far, just to slightly overlap what was already there on the lower lash line. Okay guys, at this point I think I'm going to just apply some mascara. May or may not do some lashes. We'll see how that turns out, and I'll join you with the finished look. Alrighty friends, here we are. As you can see, I popped on some mascara top and bottom and some lashes. These are my Salon Perfect Silk Noir, and this style is 652, and I love these. I love the shape and the flare of them. Really great lash to work with, and very, very durable as well. And then on my lips, I'm wearing my Bobbi Brown. It's a mini art stick in the shade English Rose. And I think it's a really nice pairing with Love Tons. Just almost like a lip color equivalent, you know, to that eyeshadow. And then I put a little bit of the Too Faced Angel Tears on top of this just to further accentuate the pink, because I feel like this brings out a little bit of pink in whatever it's topping off. So yeah, it's kind of a fun peekaboo effect. I mean, I think a rosy eye is really quite wearable, and it's fun to splash that little bit of color right in the center of the lid. If you're not really comfortable with using Grateful in that way, I think you could pop on Oh Heavens or even Belle Violet or Eve Rose in this way too, and it would be really pretty. Just use the very same technique and I think you'll be set. You can definitely do a flat brush with those shadows. I was just kind of using my finger because my flat brush was pretty well occupied with another shade. But thank you guys so much for your time. I am excited to bring you some more fun tutorials, some more unedited tutorials in these Friday videos. But this was just something I really wanted to play with today. So have a great day and I will see you soon. Bye.